guys, welcome back. So last week we recapped our trips that we both recently went on. Today we are kind of continuing, but we are sharing some packing tips with you guys, which maybe you think is funny being that we are both like really into fashion and beauty, but we have some really great tips for you.
Yes.
So you're going to be excited about it. So the biggest thing I would say is that you have to learn to pack efficiently.
Yes.
And to pack light.
And that's so hard. That's
It
really
is
hard for me.
It is. It's hard for me too, because I am one of those people that wakes up in the morning and I'm like, I want to pick what I want to wear that morning.
Exactly.
I don't want to have it planned like every
because
day.
my mood will change when I wake up.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
And weather changes things, so you just never know.
Yeah.
The one thing with traveling internationally is that they are not lenient at all on the weight limit over there, and they're not lenient on your carry-on size.
Right.
In the United States, we can get by with like 51 pounds and like a carry-on that's maybe a little bit too big, and we probably really shouldn't be taking it. Over there, not so much.
Yeah.
So my brother and I actually shared a suitcase.
That's impressive.
It was really impressive. I didn't think it was going to work. And we actually did when we were coming home, because we had purchased souvenirs, which everything we purchased or brought home with us was glass. I don't know why, but like we just like, we brought home mugs and cups and shot glasses and all of these things. And we were like, this was really very dumb of us.
Really, because those are heavy.
So we were definitely over the weight limit. So we were definitely those people in the Amsterdam airport, like taking things out of our bag and shoving them into our carry-ons. But it all worked out and it was fine, and we didn't have to like pay extra for the weight, which was good.
Yeah.
But we also rolled all of our like clothes and stuff, which really saves a lot of room. It's amazing how much of a difference that
makes. You wouldn't
think
it does, but it really makes a difference.
Yeah, so we rolled everything, and I like to pack things that like I know I'm going to wear the soonest, like on top or like near the top of my suitcase, especially when you're like moving around. So you're not digging in. Like generally, I'll unpack everything. If I'm going someplace and I'm staying for a full week, I unpack it all, I hang it all, I put it in the drawers. Like I unpack and put the suitcase away. Yeah. But we didn't have that luxury on this little year adventure. So but rolling things is definitely one of my packing tips, I would say. Roll your clothes and like line them up in a way that like is organized so that you can like see what you have, but also so that it's packable.
I would say, because I do pack really heavy, so I really have to like, I've gotten better lately of like kind of reining it in. So for me, as far as packing clothing, yes, rolling, but as far as picking things out, I try to pick pieces that I can mix and match. So that way, if like let's say I picked out a shirt and a top, or a shirt and pants to wear, but then I'm like, I don't know if I'm vibing with that, but if I have something else in my wardrobe, I can mix and match with it. Then I feel like I have more flexibility, and I'm not bringing 800 pieces, but like my wardrobe will kind of intermingle, like I can switch it up. So that's helped, because I don't feel like I'm so tied down to one outfit. For me personally, because like I have to travel with my skincare and my makeup, like that's just,
who you are.
It is who it is, or it is what it is. So I will make a whole list. I take a notebook before I travel. I take a day when I get myself ready, and I write everything down that I use as I get ready, so that way I don't forget something, because I'm so paranoid about forgetting. So I'm like, okay, brushes, makeup, hairbrush, hair ties. I got in the shower, I'm not washing my hair, my hairband or my headband I wear in the shower. So I like literally make a whole obnoxious list. But then it makes me feel better, because then I can check everything off. Because a lot of times you're packing, at least for me, like last minute stuff, like because I'm gonna get ready that morning, and then you have to be able to put it away. So I have all my little bags out that I need, and then I like kind of make my list. So that definitely helps. And then trying to only pick a couple pair of shoes, which is again so hard for me, because I love my shoes. But those can be heavy. And then always, if you have a scale at home, we weigh our bags before we go. So that, because Nate was like, I'm not about to get in the airport and have us like shuffling things around. So in the morning, once I get everything in, like we weigh our bags, and that way we know like when we get there, give or take a few, we should be okay.
That's always a good idea.
Always take, if you can, travel sizes of things, because that used to be my thing. I hate it. So I would just throw all my like shampoo, everything, like normal sizes. And number one, it's heavy. Number two, it takes up so much room. So I've trained myself to like, makeup obviously is smaller, but like if I keep any, like when I get free samples of things, I save them and like save the containers, and then I can reload those tiny containers.
Absolutely.
And that will help you save room too, as opposed to bringing all these like large, crazy, obnoxious bottles everywhere. I used to always bring a blow dryer because I was paranoid. Now anymore I don't, because I'm like, most hotels have blow dryers,
Yeah.
so I've cut that out. So yeah, those are just a few things. I'm not like a expert packer, but I've gotten better over the years because number one, it's heavy too. Like walking through an airport, like
yeah, it's a lot.
Something I learned from Steph last year when you went. Where did you go? New York. No,
when I lost my luggage.
When you lost your luggage,
Atlanta.
Was that Atlanta? So now I used to never do this, but this time in New York, in my carry-on, I had an extra outfit, extra pair of pajamas, my makeup, my jewelry, things that like cost a decent amount of money. I kept with me. One extra pair of like shoes, and they weren't anything crazy, just like a little pair of flats. So that way, if I did not have my luggage, I know at least I would have an outfit, I have something to sleep in, I'd have my makeup, my jewelry, and then we could kind of go from there. Like that way, I at least could get through 1-2 days, maybe.
Exactly.
Just in case.
Yes.
So
100%.
That was such a terrible experience for you. I was horrified.
It was a terrible experience. That's the biggest thing that I have learned in traveling too. And I always thought, oh, I'll never lose my luggage. You always think it'll never happen to me. But then it does, and then it sucks. So yeah, when we went to Europe, we packed all of our shoes in our carry-on because it was the heaviest. But we each had an extra outfit, extra underwear. I always carry my makeup on because if you think about how much money you spend on your makeup. Yeah,
I'm not about to have somebody use
nope.
that. No way.
So, and all of my things are under 4 ounces, which is like the TSA approved. Mm-hmm. So I just carry it on with me, and anything that's like really of value to you. So now I carry on all my jewelry, but I also take less jewelry. So like usually whatever I'm wearing, and then I'll take some extra earrings and like maybe an extra necklace or two. But that was,
I don't go crazy.
Yeah, you don't need to. Like the reality is that you're like on the go, and yes, you want the cute outfit shots. At least we do anyway. Yeah. And like you want cute pictures or whatever, but like no one's probably looking at your jewelry, to be honest. Yeah. So I take enough for what goes with things and move forward. But what you touched on earlier about kind of like that capsule wardrobe idea, huge. Yeah. So important. And definitely like taking jackets, taking like things that are going to keep you warm, preparing for any kind of weather. Especially like in Europe, it rains quite a bit. So like I had an umbrella with me, I had a rain jacket, and actually everything I took to Europe I wore in some capacity. And the day before we left, we were leaving out of Chicago, and I wore a pair of combat boots around all day, and they were horribly uncomfortable. Yeah. Like so awful and so heavy. I shipped them home before we left. Yeah. I was like, I'm not doing this. Yeah. So definitely make sure whatever shoes you're taking are comfortable. For especially a city like New York or a trip where you know you're going to be walking a lot, it's so important to have comfortable shoes.
Yeah, I didn't wear, like, I wanted to wear, like, so many cute heels near New York, but I was like, that's not happening. I literally wore, like, flats or sandals, something that I had walked in before that I knew were going to be comfortable on my feet, because I was not about to get blisters while you're walking around. Right, no. So I say bring in, like, a good broken pair of shoes at least. Yes. Or at least you've walked around in them to know if they're going to be comfortable or not.
Don't take new shoes.
No. The last thing you want to do is get somewhere where you're walking a lot and feel like your feet are about to fall off. Yeah. Like, that is the worst. The one day I wore heels, but I packed them. I had, like, a backpack purse.
Oh, perfect.
And we went to Broadway, and I wanted to have, like, a nicer pair of shoes, so I just threw those, and then I changed at dinner, and we took a taxi there, so I wasn't really walking that much in them, so it was fine. But
yeah, definitely. Shoes are important.
Yes, and then when we were in New York, it rained and was kind of chilly, and I was so mad at myself that I didn't listen to Steph, and I should have brought a rain jacket. Literally, we were walking through New York, and I told Nate, I was like, why didn't I listen to Steph? I should have brought my rain jacket. Yeah. So we literally stopped in like a random TJ Maxx we found as we were walking, and I had to buy something, which was fine, but like, if I just would have brought something, then I wouldn't have had to worry about it.
Like in any of those cities, umbrellas are just like not realistic, unfortunately. Yeah. So you just like run around in your raincoat and get wet, and that's just kind of how it goes. But yeah, so it's important to know how to pack and to pack lighter than you feel like you should because it's easier when you're like traveling around and traipsing through the airport and you just don't want to have to like deal with it all. Yeah. And you want to bring home souvenirs, so like leave room for that too. We definitely didn't do that.
One thing that we've done before, because Nate obviously, like typically guys don't pack as much, so a lot of times on the way there we will pack like an extra, just like really like lightweight duffel bag.
Oh yeah.
And then because he only carries on like his backpack,
right?
And so then we have an extra bag that we can fill up with if we bring things back for the kiddos or whatever. That's and really then smart. You're already like prepared, like, okay, well now I've got my extra carry-on if you're traveling with somebody else, so that way you don't have to worry about running around the airport, trading things in and out. Yes. So that's helpful too.
So roll your clothes. Yep. Have comfortable shoes. Yep. Pack extra clothes in your carry-on. Pack your jewelry. Pack your makeup. Mm-hmm. What else did we chat about? Jackets. Bring some jackets.
Check the weather pieces. Even if you don't think you're going to use them, and even if you don't end up using them, you'd much rather have them
then have to go buy them.
It's better to have them not need them to need them and not have them.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
Go ahead and just like throw an umbrella, throw a raincoat, and whatever, just to be safe.
Yes. The other thing too that I always pack, no matter where I'm going, but especially if you're traveling internationally, is medication. So I pack Neosporin and Benadryl and Airborne and throat coat and Zicam, like all of those things that I use if I feel like I'm going to start to get sick, or if I get a bug bite, or if I fall. I don't know, whatever.
Band-Aids,
any of that stuff. I take it with me anywhere I go. That way you have it and you don't have to worry about it. But over, in Europe, it's all different. And sometimes the labels are not in English. So you don't know.
I think let's just be real. Pack tampons, just in case.
Oh, yeah.
I was in Mexico once and did not do that. And they were so expensive. Number one, you buy like this tiny box of like 4. I'm like, okay, well, I'll see you in, 12 hours. It's fine. So just do it. Even if you don't think it's going to happen, you might as well be
prepared. Be medically prepared.
That's like obnoxious to be like, oh gosh, now I have to go buy tampons. So let's just be real. Like, pack those too just in case.
For sure. For sure. I'm always the one that's like, I'm going to be prepared, then like not prepared.
Oh yeah, you might as well have it just in case, because it's always better when you're not in an area that you're comfortable with to try to be like, okay, where's a Walgreens?
Yeah,
where's
absolutely.
Then you're just wasting time trying to like find that stuff if you just should have just packed it.
Yeah, and I always pack snacks too.
Yes,
and being gluten free, it's a lot easier to just like have something with you that you can eat, and that way too. If you're just on the go, it's just easy.
We bought Cliff Bars, and then like in the morning when we were getting ready, if we didn't want to like stop and have like a full breakfast, like he would go grab coffee, and then we'd like eat a couple like granola bars or something in the hotel, just like while we were getting ready. So that's kind of helpful too.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yay. Well, hopefully these packing tips were helpful for you guys. Next week we are chatting a little bit about Father's Day. We are celebrating that, and then we are also telling you guys some fun summer things that you can do here in Indy. So we'll see you then.
Cheers.